Welcome back to my 8th episode of my 12-part series recapping my life in Japan. This month I had a mix of highs and lows, so let's dive right in. I started August by traveling back to Norway from Japan, and I was so excited to see my family again. It has been forever since I've been with them. And actually, while I was living in Japan, my family started a new tradition, Friday family dinners. My husband had been feeling a bit lonely while I was away, so my family decided to gather every Friday for a delicious meal that my mom cooks. It's such a special time to catch up, laugh, and just enjoy being together. And I'm happy to say that this tradition is still going strong and will continue for the foreseeable future. At first, I was only supposed to stay in Norway for 2 weeks, but my family and my husband were like, no, you need to stay at least 3, so I ended up staying at home for 3 weeks. And I'm really glad I did, because I got enough time to catch up with my husband, of course, but also my friends and my family. It felt so good just to catch up with all the people that I love and just do so much fun stuff.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Nei! 3, 2, 1. Mamma utälja sinne!
Jag vet.
You can see the difference between my husband's setup. Very clean, minimalistic, black, white. And come over here, pink. Anime, cutesy, stuff everywhere. Just look. I'm missing some figurines in the Cute Posket series of Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. So I'm gonna fill that one up. Just got a bunch of small stuff too. So now we have our tea and breakfast, dessert, and entertainment, and love. Oh my god, look at what is wrong with my hair.
I love your hair.
It's chaos.
I love it. At this point, my 3 weeks are up and I am prepping myself to go back to Japan. My husband and I, we decided to go on our final date before I leave Norway, and we stayed at a hotel in Oslo so that Jimmy could accompany me to the airport early in the morning. As you could imagine, it was another tearful goodbye from my husband, and I once again cried a lot at the airport, even though I was excited for my new adventures in Japan. First up was a short flight to Munich, Germany. I had 3 hours layover there, so I had some time to do a little bit of sightseeing, and then it was on a long haul to Haneda, Japan. I was ridiculously jet lagged, but I had one day in Tokyo before heading to Osaka, so I made the most of it. I spent the day visiting shrines and temples, collecting Goshuin, those beautiful red seals that are like stamps of your spiritual journey. Then came the night bus to Osaka. Let me tell you, that was not my best idea. I arrived feeling completely exhausted, but I was looking forward to my time in Osaka. Unfortunately, it turned out to be more of a nightmare than an adventure. The hostel I was volunteering at only had space for me in a mixed dormitory with 9 other guests, not just staff like I have experienced before. The guests were, let's say, not the best roommates. People were coming and going at all hours, turning on the lights in the middle of the night, snoring loudly. It was impossible to sleep. And then, the cherry on top, I got bitten by bedbugs. Yep, it was rough. When I finally had a couple of days off, I escaped to Kobe and Kyoto. Those 2 days were a breath of fresh air. I explored the cities, visited more shrines and temples, and added even more Goshuin to my collection. It was exactly the break I needed. I knew I couldn't keep staying at that hostel in Osaka, so I spoke to the manager and explained the situation. Thankfully, he was understanding and he actually said that I could just move to my next destination. The problem was that I didn't really have a plan because I had another volunteering experience lined up, but because I had to cut my time in Osaka short, I didn't really have a place to go. Because my next volunteering was in Shikoku, I decided to go to Shikoku just to relax. So I actually ended up in Takamatsu. In Takamatsu, there was no volunteering, just relaxing. I did some sightseeing, took things at my own pace, and let myself recharge. It was the perfect way to end a chaotic month. That wraps up August. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll come back for my next video where I'll recap all the adventures September had in store. I will see you in the next one. Mata ne!